Welcome to episode 40, how to do that right, of the Flag to Flag podcast, where we're going to talk everything Indy, everything Monaco, everything Charlotte, because this week is the greatest weekend in motorsports. Welcome to episode 40 of the Flag to Flag show with yours truly, John DeRugis, the motorsports enthusiast, not Chad today. And then I'm joined by not John, Chad. So, Chad, not John, how are you?
I'm doing good. As I cough a lung up, I've been fighting something, so the Indy week is off to a fantastic start. But yeah, it's been pretty chill. Went and announced a race at Nashville this weekend. Had to, which the Flag to Flag podcast sponsored one of the divisions. I had so much fun there as a sponsor. And the kids love the hats, they love the guitar, and all that's left to do now is to convince John to do it for the next race in August.
Yeah, that'll be a conversation. No, I'll be more open to it. I'll be more open to it.
But yeah, all in all, it was good. You know, besides having to kick out two dads and black flag a kid for unsportsmanlike conduct, it was a good weekend.
You win some, you lose some. You gotta do what you gotta do.
It was a lot of fun. From a behind the scenes standpoint, which I do a lot of, there was a few hiccups, but yeah, all in all, it was a great event. I actually just hopped off a meeting with the local track, and they said it was a great success from their end. Said fantastic.
Good. Well, hopefully
So yeah, John, what have you been up to?
I got a haircut today from our friend Hannah. I've been doing a lot of work today. This is a long day for me, so that's fun. And let's see, what else have I done? This past weekend, just caught up on races. Did a little thing, still do stuff around the house. Some landscaping. Just typical stuff. Nothing too crazy. Just working. So didn't get my workout in today, so kind of frustrated with that. But we'll see. Sleeping. It's too late. It's 8:42 as Chad is trying to unclog his ears. Understood. It happens.
Allergies are kicking my behind.
Oh, I bet.
This is like the worst allergy things I've had. I used to not get allergies at all.
Weird.
And now it's like...
I'm the opposite. I used to get terrible allergies. Now I don't get any.
Now you're good, yeah. I think it's all the traveling.
That honestly, which it could be for sure, if you're not used to specific like pollen, what pollen is in specific areas. Yeah, it'll mess you up.
There's a bunch of pollen at the track in Hermitage, Tennessee, and then going from Hermitage to Ohio almost every weekend, you know, and hopefully it won't be bad this weekend going to Indy.
Hopefully not.
It's here, John. It's here.
5 days.
This has been what started off as a joke in September.
That's wild.
Is here.
Yeah, and it's approaching so fast. It's weird. Like the days are going by shorter. I don't know. It's odd, but it's almost here. We're 5 days away.
Exactly. And IndyCar's our first segment, and oh my goodness, do we have a lot to talk about? And we finally get to give our picks.
I'm not ready.
Neither am I. So let's talk about it and see if our conversations can sway anything.
Okay.
But before we get on to the rear end of the elephant in the room, let's go back. All right. We've saw a lot of practice, and John, you actually mentioned something in our Indy group chat that I thought was pretty interesting. We have seen an alarming number of cars go airborne.
Yes, we have. I wish I had a number in my head, but there is a reason why. They suspect that due to the hybrid addition to the car, the weight placement and the distribution of the weight in the rear end of the car has been altered. It makes. I mean, in years past, we've seen cars that slam against the wall. They spin out, going basically left to right, rear end going forward towards the clockwise, I guess counterclockwise portion of the track.
Yeah.
The rear end lifts up. We've seen it. This year, it seems to be happening a lot more. It's because of that rear end change with the hybrid and the weight distribution. It's just shifted some things around. So
yeah, and this is our first Indy 500 with the hybrid system.
Yeah, it's I am a little nervous. I'm a little nervous to say that because these hits are gnarly, especially where it's happening. It's on corner exit.
Yeah.
And we've seen it on 2. We've seen it out of 1. We've seen it out of, I guess those are the 2 big corners right now. We haven't seen it out of 3 and 4 yet. Oh, no, was Scotty Mack?
We've seen a few things out of turn 4, but which I don't ever wish there to be wrecks, but if there's going to be one, please be in turn 4 so we can see it.
Just keep the car in the track. Just keep it in the track.
Just keep it in the track. Not like when I went 2 years ago and the tire went over.
Oh my gosh.
And here's the thing. My phone was like low battery at that point, so I had my phone in my pocket and I wasn't looking at it. They weren't showing a replay on TV, so a few of my buddies were like assuming the worst had happened, and I'm not answering my phone, so they're like scared. And finally, I look at my phone. I'm like, "No, I'm good." It hit some.
I'm here.
It hit Snowball, the car in the parking lot. But yeah, it is interesting. I guess I really haven't thought about that. For those who don't really know, I've kind of said this before. A race car is basically an upside-down airplane.
Yeah.
All right, airplanes are designed to go up into the sky, where race cars are designed to be sucked down to the ground. And basically, when the back end of that car goes around, like here, I have a little toy. This is a Gen 6 Kyle Busch car right here. This is the first thing I was able to grab.
Very nice.
You see like the front very low down to the ground, very similar to where the wheels are. Where the back end of the car, it more kind of lifts up right here. That's to allow, get your big Indy car down. Get your New Garden car.
Yeah. I'm trying to do this without standing up because it's at an angle. Yeah.
I have no clue.
So
but yeah, look at the back end of the car.
Yeah, so the front end's fairly low. You can see where it goes right here.
Yeah.
But once you get to the back, you can see how the diffuser or how the air is diffused throughout the car, and it just will lift it up because of how flat the bottom is. Like if you look at the front of this, there's nothing to lift the air up.
Yeah,
back here, the second the air gets here, when it just flows up.
Yeah. And that's why, at big tracks on the NASCAR schedule, like NASCAR or like Daytona and Talladega, you always get a little nervous when you see those cars start facing the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Because the possibilities of them going up are really high. Now, with these new next-gen cars, obviously it's more prevalent because the new next-gen cars are more similar to what we're seeing in IndyCar, to where the rear ends are solid, where with the Gen 6 cars like this, John,
sorry,
he's trying to make sure it's on there perfectly.
Yes, I am. I'm hold pause. We're good.
Where if you look at the bottom of the Gen 6 car, look at that.
Yeah.
Look, like there's so many things here to disrupt the air. Where it's like,
it's like
a cup. It's flat. It's just something for the air to push up on, and so. I mean, every year we've seen a car get airborne for the past few years. We had a car go up and over when I was at Indy. But yeah, that's been a surprising concern. But yeah, outside of practice, inside of practice, what else we kind of got before we move on to qualifying?
Yeah, you had a rookie on pole for the first time since 1983.
Qualifying was amazing this year.
Oh, it was fantastic. You have Takuma Sato up there. Phenomenal drive from him, still proving that he's fast. You had a rookie, Robert Schwartzman, put on an epic show with Prema. First
time in 43 years.
First time since 1983. Guess what Schwartzman's number is? 83. Guess what year Prema Racing was founded? 1983. So it's so weird, dude. It's so weird.
John was doing this all yesterday, kind of once again in our group chat. Just statistics and numbers and trends and all the shit. And I didn't believe it until I was in class and I got on and I had a computer and I closed it and I realized I picked up computer number 2.
Dude,
I was like,
it's so weird. Like the world is so full of numbers But those things happen all the time. We just don't really pay attention to it. It's just so. I mean, there are times where it doesn't, but when
Yeah,
those times like
it's
that,
insane.
it's just wild. So, but yeah, I mean, we had a practice 8 yesterday for the Indy 500. Alex Palou, top of the boards, followed by Helio Castroneves and Takuma Sato. So those are 3 drivers I think you definitely have to look at. All drivers except for Palou have Palou has not won a 500 yet, I don't believe.
To be honest, that's kind of like the last thing to check off. I mean, he's probably, I don't know if he's won Long Beach at all. That's kind of like the second big one, the second biggest one for them.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you ask a lot of the drivers, and about this time of year, these drivers get asked this question, and it's, what would you rather win? An IndyCar championship or the Indianapolis 500? Indy 500.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
I mean, it's up there. It's there. So,
I mean, you win Indy, you're immortal.
oh, 100%. It's the biggest race of the year for American standards. I would argue for the world. I mean, there's a lot of big races out there, but winning
It's the largest single-day sporting event in the world.
Yeah, it's wild. It is so crazy.
Grandstand tickets are sold out, which means 325,000 people are going to be there.
It's so crazy. It's so crazy to think about that.
It is, and even when I was there 2 years ago, it didn't feel real.
Well, I think this year it's the biggest one since the 100th running. So
yeah,
I mean, it's going to be wild. So let's talk about the elephant in the room that you brought up earlier about
or at least the rear end of it.
Yeah, literally. Penske penalty, the attenuator.
Actually, I have a question. That New Garden car you have up there.
I looked.
Is that a 2024 car or 23 car?
Great question. I believe it's 24. I looked at the back of it. It looks like it is legal. It looks like it's legal.
They probably made sure of that beforehand.
It looks legal. I don't know. Don't know how accurate.
Speaking of 2024, now the 2024 car is in question, and I mean, it's not uncommon for IndyCar to change the result of a race after it has happened. We saw it last year with Newgarden and McLaughlin.
Yeah.
And we also know that just because Penske Entertainment owns the sport doesn't mean that Penske Racing has a good hold. We've seen that this year. I mean, Penske Entertainment owns the series, and Andretti and who does Kirkwood drive for?
I thought Kirkwood drives for oh my gosh. If you wouldn't have asked, I would have been able to tell you. I thought he drives for isn't it oh my gosh, I cannot think. It's Andretti.
Is it?
Yeah.
It is Andretti. So,
yeah.
No, it's Chip Ganassi. That's my bad. So, the only two teams.
Kirkwood? He drives for Andretti.
Who?
Kirkwood.
Kirkwood drives for Andretti. Palou drives for Ganassi.
Yes, okay. I thought you were saying Kirkwood drives for Ganassi, and I was like,
No. I got confused. I don't know why I said that.
That's all good.
Palou drives for Andretti. But anyway, I mean, with the exception of the first race of the year, we haven't seen big results out of Penske this year.
Yeah.
You know, now we're at Indy. All right. I think all except one practice round, Newgarden was outside the top 10. And even then, he was like 12th.
Yeah.
And so I think it's... Excuse me. I think it... I'm excited. But anyway, let's talk about what happened. So, from my understanding, they had this illegal part on the car. They realized that they were checking that area of the car. And then they, on pit road, proceeded to try and remove that illegal part. IndyCar caught wind of this, deemed it as a failed pre-qualifying inspection, and told them to get off pit road.
Yep. No, they knew it 100%. Like they did. They knew it 100%.
Yeah.
I don't know if you see my latest video, but it says in the rule book you cannot modify the attenuator, and they modified it. They basically made it smooth, and so they filled it in, made it smooth, so that there wouldn't be a lot of air going between the two parts because there was a lip on it. And now we have that surrounding Penske and surrounding Joseph Newgarden and Kyle Kirkwood, or not Kyle, oh my gosh, Will Power, with his attenuator. So,
but my question is, why was it only on 2 of the cars?
Because Kyle Kirkwood, they switched it for his.
Kirkwood?
Yeah. So, well, it was, no, excuse me.
I was about to say, Kirkwood's not on Penske.
Not Kirkwood. You see, now you're getting me confused. You're getting me freaking confused, dude. No, for Scotty Mack, he got involved in that wreck. And so I can't remember if he had the part changed, because they changed the rear end of one of them. And I think it was Scotty Mack. And then
he had that wreck. Or was it before the wreck?
I can't remember. I can't remember the sequencing of events. I can't remember. Two out of the 3 cars were illegal, which tells me that I don't know. Either way, yes. So I can't remember the sequence of events there. It's freaking late. But yeah. So that's where we are. And so
now the 2024 race is coming into question.
It is. I don't think IndyCar is going to do anything about it. I mean, I don't. I truthfully don't. I think it's just a lot of people that, there was that one reporter that reported this. The big thing is, and I made a video kind of touching on what I said. This part, they knew it. It wasn't like a gray area. It clearly says you cannot modify this. And
that is true. Penske said, or Tim Cindric, president of Penske Racing, said, like, hey, we were just exploring a gray area, but I'm going to be honest, it's a pretty black and white rule.
No, it's a very black and white rule. It says you cannot modify it. Now, I don't know if the rule states in what way you can modify it. That's where you kind of got to get deep into, like, okay, what does it say? If any modifications are there, that means you cannot touch it. Like, you cannot do anything.
Just bolt it on the car, yeah.
Yeah, so, but I don't know if you knew this, but so since both cars made the Fast 12 and they had that penalty, the actual rule book says that the penalty for those 2 cars should be moved to the back of the line in the Fast 12, so they are able to be at, basically, they qualify 11th and 12th. Well, IndyCar basically stepped up the penalty, moved them to the back of the grid, suspended the race strategists, suspended both race strategists, and then they fined them $100,000 per team. So they elevated that, trying to save their butts a little bit, but it's not a good look.
Pocket change for Penske.
It's ironic. Penske sues Penske, so it goes back in the pockets of Penske. That's what it is. That's what it is. Penske owns IndyCar. Penske owns IMS. They're basically just giving themselves money. Not actually. You know what I mean.
I think there's a wire. There's a money trail there somewhere, or a paper trail. But yeah. So I agree. I think they'll make a statement. I think if anything, IndyCar will make a statement about the 2024 race, basically saying that.
I hope so.
Yeah, be interesting. But now let's move on to the actual race itself. All right, look, all the pre-show stuff is done. All right, we've had the pit stop challenge. All right, we've had practice. We've had qualifying. All right, all that's left is 200 laps, 500 miles.
With carb day.
Every hour, I get more and more excited about it. Yeah, I'm excited for the race. I'm honestly just excited to have a fun weekend. I think all in all, it's going to be a fantastic weekend.
Absolutely.
We're going to make a hell of a vlog out of it. But,
oh boy.
but This is our last episode for the race. So you know what that means, John?
I do know what it means. I do know what it means. It's our picks.
All right.
It's our picks. Chad, I will let you go first.
Oh, really? I was going to let you go first because, see, this is the thing about Indy. You don't know.
You don't know.
This is IndyCar's Talladega. This is IndyCar's Daytona. This is IndyCar's Daytona, essentially.
Exactly. I'm gonna look at something. Okay, go ahead. Give me your picks. Because I think realistically, having multiple picks for the Indy 500 is probably a smarter idea than in one driver. But
that's no fun.
That is no fun. So you want one driver.
One driver from both of us.
Okay.
Now, the big thing I'm battling right now, do I go with my gut or do I go with my heart?
I want to know what both of them are. Give me what both of them are.
Obviously, you know what my heart wants.
Yes.
I want history to be made 2 times in one day. All right?
Yeah.
I want a 3-peat from Newgarden. That's what I want. However, this race throws so many curveballs.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to see a massive curveball. Curveball not many people are expecting.
Okay. Oh gosh, I don't even know what to think. Who's your pick? Can I take a guess?
You can take a guess, yeah.
Have I ever said this driver's name?
Multiple times.
Please tell me you're not picking Larson. Are you picking Kyle Larson?
Give me young money. Give me young money from Elk Grove, California. Kyle Larson to win the greatest spectacle in racing.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
I'd love to see it. I think he has what it takes. We know he has the car to do it. Huh?
That's a pick from your head.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? It is. Yeah. Someone's telling me Kyle Larson. I don't know what it is. All right? It's a feeling.
Okay, so the pick from your heart, I know who that pick is.
Oh, yeah, I told you.
Who is it?
Newgarden.
Oh, okay, yeah. I knew that one.
Obviously, I want Newgarden to win this, all right? All 4 of us will be crying if he wins that race.
Yes, and the amount of boos that you're about to hear are going to be out. It's going to be wild.
Driver intro's are going to be, we're going to yell so loud.
It's going to be rough.
Us 4 better be like the loudest 4 people in that whole building.
It's going to be rough.
That's in that whole place.
Yeah, it's not going to be good. But yeah, so you're going, head pick is Larson. Your heart is telling you Newgarden. Okay.
Should I do you want me to give like a more realistic pick? Because I kind of have one.
Sure.
I think Palou might be able to pull it off. No, not Palou. Award.
I mean, he's hungry. I think he can do it for sure.
Yeah.
I think he's going to have genuinely, he's going to have one of the Penskes or both of the Penskes or all 3 of the Penskes not up there. Like if Penske's up there, it's not going to.
I just thought about something too.
Yes.
And this isn't good for Newgarden.
What?
With this whole rule thing and the 2024 race coming into question, that means both of his Indy 500s
it could be, but like
are up for debate.
Well, here's the thing. I don't think they're going to go back and change it. Yes, I get it, but I just don't think they're going to go back and change it.
I don't want them to. I don't know if they will, but I don't want them to. All right? I definitely don't want them to change 2023.
No. I mean, I don't want them to change anything, but obviously that's, my fandom in me.
Yeah.
But,
anyway,
yeah.
John, tell me what your heart wants.
My heart wants Joseph Newgarden.
All right. Now, what do you think? Who will be kissing the bricks at the end of 500 miles?
So I haven't dove too deep into this at all, but he was up there last year.
Okay.
I think we could see an American flag painted car in victory lane. Santino Ferrucci. Give me Santino Ferrucci.
Wow.
So I don't know. I feel like he's like, in my head, I equate him to like a Carson Hocevar. I don't know why. I don't even know if that's
a little bit. Yeah, I can see that.
I just think he's got it in him, and I think that I don't know what he has on raw speed. And again, I have not. This is not a logical pick from I know the numbers. I haven't done that yet. Yeah. I want purely based off of historical numbers with the situations, with the odd what I sent in the group chat about numericals and things along those lines, drivers starting all the way in the back and everything. Joseph Newgarden, for sure. I think Joseph could come back through. I mean, what a better way to silence everybody to win with a legal car. You know what I mean? Like, that'd be insane. But give me Santino. Give me Ferrucci. Give me the Ferrucci.
I do not blame you on that. I think Santino is a fantastic pick. And yeah, he was up front a good bit last year.
Surprising
I think
everybody.
He's hungry. I think he's really hungry. You know, he definitely has the attitude to be in this sport. I love who he is as a person. I love he's doesn't take shit from anybody personality. I love that. We saw that in Detroit last year.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean,
all right. So let me put him in. Let me put him in for IndyCar. Larson. And how do you spell Ferrucci?
Ferrucci.
All right.
So let me tell you something.
Okay.
You know something crazy?
Yeah.
In his 6 starts in the Indianapolis 500, you know how many top 10s he has?
How many?
6.
No shit.
You know how many top 5s he has?
How many?
2. So he's up there. I mean, like,
wow.
That's the thing. Like, I mean, like, that's where I remember him being up there last year. I'm like, wow, he's pretty talented to race in what he's doing in that equipment. I mean, why not? Throw him in.
I mean, it sounds like a good bet.
We'll see. Do I have to put a bet in on the Ferrucci? Maybe. We'll see.
Maybe. But yeah, real quick, before we move on, let's go ahead and take a look. We already know the starting grid, so let's take a look at it here.
I'm going to pull it up on my phone while we got it up.
The spotter guide is also out, which the cars look absolutely beautiful.
Beautiful.
I'm trying to find like the actual.
So yeah, just go to.
I'm trying to find like the actual starting grid.
You go to starting lineup. There should be a tab. But yeah, I mean, you got 11 rows sandwiched between Schwartzman and Power.
3 wide starts. I'm so excited for this 3 wide start, dude.
I've never seen it before, obviously.
Dude, it's insane seeing all of it.
So you got Takuma Sato, P2, what a run. Pato Award, P3. You got Dixon, Rosenquist, Pillow, Malukas, Lundgaard, Erickson, Scotty Mack, Connor Daly, what a run for him.
Oh, yeah.
Santino Ferrucci, row 5 with Kevin Simpson after that wreck he had. Delvin DeFrancesco, Stingray Robb, Rasmussen, Kyle Larson starting row 7, middle of the pack, next to Louis Foster and Callum Ilott. Got Castro Neves, who's been very fast in practice, in his last practice, row 8, Kirkwood, Siegel. And then a couple names that I think that are going to march their way to the front. Graham Rahal, Hunter Ray, Herta, Andretti, all starting row 8, row 10, or row 9, row 10. And then obviously we know Joseph Newgarden, Will Power, all the way in the back. So you got stars throughout this field, and you're going to see comers and goers throughout the whole day. I'm curious, how fast will Joseph Newgarden and Will Power make their way to the front? How fast do you think they'll be up there?
I don't know. But obviously, with how this Indy 500 start is, all right, this isn't a regular IndyCar start where they're 2x2. They're 3x3x3, 11 rows deep. And you got to survive turn 1 and lap 1, all right? You can't win it on the first lap, but you can damn sure lose it on the first lap, all right? So I think, first off, survive the start of the race and then start climbing your way up.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah, for sure.
For Newgarden and Power, strategy is going to have to be on point. On freaking point.
It's interesting to see because even in the odds, like Joseph Newgarden is still 4th best odds to win the race from 32nd. I mean, it is wild.
Who's got the best odds?
Pillow and Pato.
Really?
Pillow, Pato, Scott Dixon, top 3.
Really?
Robert Schwartzman now, top 8. Kyle Larson in there. My guy, Santino Ferrucci, probably about 15 on down, plus 3,300. So, yeah, I mean, it's going to be a wild race. I think it's going to be a fun one, and as long as the weather holds, that's a big the big question.
Yeah,
rain gonna show up on Sunday. It moved from Saturday to Sunday. The last time I checked, it was on Sunday, so that may throw a little bit of a wrench into things, but should be okay. I think we should be. If it keeps on moving the way it is, I think we might be able to be good. But
I think it will be all right. I mean, then again, I'm the type of person who's optimistic. I'm like, you know what? If I just stay positive, it'll be okay.
Yeah, it's just precipitation all day long. It's going to be kind of rough, and you have precipitation on Monday as well. So it's going to be might be a little bit of an interesting weekend in IMS for that Saturday or Sunday race. So that's the Indy 500. We'll be there. So if you're going, let us know. Reach out to us, flag
yes,
on social and on email. But Chad, let's talk about, I guess, move our discussion now from IndyCar. We haven't talked about Formula One, have we? Yeah, we have.
We have not. No. So let's go into Formula One. Let's recap Emila.
Yep.
Recap a little bit here, and then we will move on to the Formula One Tag Heuer Grand Prix de Monaco 2025.
Yeah, the Monaco GP. So, long story short, we had a big flip with Yuki Tsunoda in qualifying, which was probably one of the gnarliest wrecks I've seen. It's crazy how the back end of that car just lifted up on the barrier. He was okay, but Max Verstappen proves why he's Max Verstappen around turn 2 on lap 1. I mean, just sent it on the outside, held it, and probably the winning move to be able to get in front of everybody. And obviously had a VSC.
I saw a meme where it was Max Verstappen after Emila, and it was that one video of like that high school football team and the kid going, "I got my swagger back." Oh, I was like, that is hilarious.
I love it. That's spot on, because he does. I mean, it is.
Yeah, he does.
Red Bull found some speed, and they were able to pace similarly to Lando on the back end of the run. But great win for Red Bull. I mean, it is in a year where it's not been Max Verstappen's year. It's a big one. It's a big one, especially beating both McLarens. So, good race. 71 overtakes, I believe. That was 40 more than last year. So, for the last race in Imola, for what we know, potentially I thought was a good one. McLaren 1-2, and I think you picked Lando Norris, right?
I did. So actually, my entire top 3 got flip flopped.
Yeah.
So, which I thought was actually kind of interesting, believe it or not.
I picked Piastri and both freaking Mercedes, and that just didn't happen. But yeah, so we're now moving on to the first race of the greatest day in motorsports, the Monaco GP. A couple big things that we need to talk about. First up is the tire and pit stop strategy, or not strategy, but the rule change. So Formula One is mandating that every team has to run 3 different compounds of tires, which forces teams to make at least 2 pit stops. You cannot make any less than 2 pit stops. You have to make.
Oh, wow. So they actually have a rule on how many times.
Yes. So, I mean, you naturally, you're going to start the race with a set of tires. You have to change to the 2 other set of tires. So that's a 2 pit stop minimum. So, where like in Formula One, 1 stop minimum is required because you can use 2 compounds. Well, for Monaco, they're changing it to 3, which means a 2 pit stop minimum, which means that they're going to try to, and this is the goal, to promote overtaking on track and to promote passing and to promote racing action. We'll see how that works. I like the move. I like that they are trying to do something to make Monaco better.
So I actually saw something kind of interesting. And someone was like, if we want to make Monaco better, run it in reverse. You think about it.
It'd be interesting.
It would be. Obviously, that's not going to happen.
Well, I'll give it a shot when F125 drops, because you can run tracks in reverse now. You can set it to run in reverse.
That's coming out soon, ain't it?
It's coming out in like 7 days. Yeah, I pre-ordered it. So gonna be hopping on that thing quick. Gotta get it hooked up to the rig.
Real quick, do we know, this is completely off topic a little bit. Do we know how many cars are going to be in the Cup race on Sunday?
Should be 39 or 40.
Because I can't find like an official entry list. I might just be dumb.
I just found it.
Of course you did.
So it is going to be a 40-car field. Connor Zilic will be driving the 38. Jimmy Johnson will be driving the 84. And Derek Kraus will be driving the 44 for the New York Racing Team.
I got you.
Yep. That's on NASCAR's website, by the way. Connor Zilic is back, though. That's a big thing. We talked about
yeah.
Here, but
we'll get to that.
Yeah, but Formula One is in Monaco, and possible rain on Saturday during qualifying and practice, which could throw a big wrench into this whole Monaco race because only 10 times has a winner come outside the top 3. So that's a big one. So, Chad, I want to know. Actually, I'll give my pick. I already know my pick of the race.
For Monaco?
For Monaco, yep. Give me Verstappen.
All right.
Verstappen easy. He's been able to put together qual runs. He's been able to be better than what the car's able to do. He can qualify like nobody else. Give me Verstappen, and I think he sets away and drives away with it. I think they're going to have the better strategy.
I agree.
But
I agree with you that the winner of this race, like we've seen a lot in years past, will be the driver who qualifies on pole. You qualify on pole and can hang on to it going into turn 1, you've got it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I do agree. I think, you know what? I'm going to have to agree with you. I honestly do think Verstappen is going to take it. Just like you said, he can put together extraordinarily solid qualifying runs, and this race is won in qualifying, all right? We know 9 times out of 10, we know the winner of the Monaco Grand Prix on Saturday.
Yeah. And I will have to say this. If it rains during qualifying, who's your pick?
Ooh, if it rains during qualifying, well, Verstappen has been known to be good in the rain.
He has.
But I think there's someone else here we need to look at as well, who I'm surprised you haven't mentioned.
We're thinking of the same driver, I think.
Really?
On 3, we're going
to hold up. On 3.
On 3, we're going to hold up the number, his number. Okay?
Fuck, what number is he? Give me a second, please. Okay, wait. Can you hold it up on one hand?
Yes, I can. Or on 2 hands. 2 hands.
I can't.
Then we're thinking of different drivers. Okay.
All right, then who the hell are you thinking of? Hamilton?
44. Give me Hamilton in the rain. Give me Hamilton in the rain. Give me Hammy. You're going Leclerc? Are you going Leclerc?
Honestly, I was gonna say, give me the driver who grew up around this track.
I would cry. You see me ball on Sunday. If he wins again, I am crying like a grown man. And in Indy.
So what we need to get John to cry 3 times on Sunday is a Leclerc win, a Newgarden win, and a Berry win.
No, and a Byron win, you idiot.
Byron?
Yeah, Byron.
You got to represent that. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
That would be the trifecta. If that ever happens, I'm good.
John's getting messed up that night. That would probably be the most I ever see John drink, is if the trifecta happened.
Oh, if the trifecta happens, absolutely. Absolutely. We will not be making out of Indy at all.
That's going to be a rough ride home for you.
Oh, it'll be great. It'll be great. Either way, so you're going to go Leclerc in the rain. I'm going Hamilton in the rain. Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I just don't think that Hamilton and the Ferraris have the pace and qual. I really don't. I think something like rain's going to have to fix this, and they've had.
And who knows? McLaren might pull something out.
I mean, they're fast. I mean, that's the thing is like we until Sunday or Saturday rolls around, we could have cars in the wall. We could have Lance Stroll on pole. We could have freaking Pierre Gasly starting.
If Lance Stroll wins not just a race, but Monaco, I don't know what the hell I will.
No, if he gets,
security will be taking me out of Indianapolis. All right, if Stroll wins that race,
let me tell you something. If Stroll gets on pole, he will not make it out of turn 1. He won't make it out of turn 1. He will hit the wall.
Is that a skill thing, or do you think others will make sure he doesn't? Or both?
I'll let the powers of the motorsport gods determine how he wants that to go. I'm not going to say that.
All right. Well,
there we go. There's that.
So
that race coming on at 9 a.m. Eastern
We're
time.
both going Verstappen on that one.
Both Verstappen. So
Newgarden
Verstappen has been our two. No. You're going Pillow. No.
I'm going like Larson / O'Ward.
Larson. Okay, but Larson, Verstappen, really. Because Larson was your pick with your head.
Yeah, Larson, Verstappen, and you're going Ferrucci, Verstappen.
Yes. Oh, boy. So, well, I guess we got to open up the floor to now the local racing report, because that's what's coming up next.
Absolutely. And in my opinion, part of the greatest weekend in racing, or the greatest day in racing, is also the night before, where we have some fantastic racing, all right? Not sure what's going on in Monaco. It's Monaco, so probably a bunch of lower-level series. But I do know that I'm going to spotlight 2 races here real quick that are coming up this week. On Saturday night in Indianapolis, or in Anderson, Indiana, we have the Little 500, which I think we've decided we're actually not going to go to it this year, which is okay. It's still a bucket list race for me. I still really want to try and go to it one day, but that's okay. And then on Thursday night, we have the ASA Stars National Tour racing at Hickory Motor Speedway, about 45 minutes to an hour north of Charlotte in Newton, North Carolina. The reason I also know about this is because it is a U.S. Legend Cars International national qualifier. And shout out to my buddy Michael Crafton on winning the national qualifier last weekend in Huntsville. We're going to Vegas.
Nice.
Which is fun. But this week, we are going back to the state of Oregon.
Were we ever in Oregon?
We were 2 weeks ago. But last time we were there, we went to Cottage Grove Speedway. This time we are in White City, Oregon at Southern Oregon Speedway. Excuse me, Jesus. They had their mini stock division, their SODCA Dwarves, IMCA Sport Mods, IMCA Modifieds, and Ironhead Sprints. So here is your top 3 from each. Started second, came home third in the number 24 car was David Marble. Started third, came home second in the number 5B, Cameron Bogart, my bad. And started on pole, finished on pole in the number 4T, Tim Hedges takes home the mini stocks feature win. Now onto your dwarf cars. In the 8KO team, 8KO car, started second, finished third, is Kyle Pope. Started first, finished second, the number 9S, Josh King. And started third, came home with the SODCA Dwarves feature win, number 21 JR, Vinny DiBendetti. All right.
Hope you got that right.
I hope so too. Probably didn't. Now into the IMCA Sport Mods. Started first, came home third in the number 11, Trevor Points. Started sixth, came home second, the number 21P, Ryan Peary. Started second, came home with the IMCA Sports Mods feature win in the number 84, Jordan Barreton. Now the IMCA Modifieds. Excuse me. Started second, came home third, and the number 54N was Nick Trenchard. Started first, came home second, the number 1M was Mark Waig. And started fourth, came home with the IMCA Modifieds feature win in the number 7M, Ethan Killingsworth. Now for your Iron Head sprints. Started third, came home third, the number 1H, Bailey Hibbard. Started sixth, came home second, the number 7N, Jack Wheeler. And coming home with your Iron Head sprints, started on pole, finished on pole in the number 9T from Medford, Oregon, Cameron Robitusly.
Nice. There we go.
Excuse me, geez. If you would like your local short track shouted out on the Flag to Flag podcast, email flagtoflag10@gmail.com or hit us up on any of our social media channels. Listen out for those at the end of the episode. Make sure you go to your local short track this weekend and bring a friend. This week's Flag to Flag at the track, if you don't already know, will be Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Super excited about it. I am, like I said, I'm just, every hour, I'm getting more and more excited about it. Like, it's...
You want to know the official countdown?
I would love to, John.
Love to? Okay, I'll tell you right now. 4 days, 11 hours, 33 minutes, and 16 seconds. 4:11, 33, 14.
Insane. All right, well, now we've got NASCAR to look at. So let's take a look at. We have a couple of things. We have the All-Star race.
Yeah. What'd you think? What are your thoughts?
I didn't catch much of it. I watched the highlights of it, and it was good. It was some good racing, honestly. It was some really good racing. The talk of the town right now is to make a Wilkesboro a points race, which I could agree with. I think that'd be fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think maybe what would be a good thing is if we do North Wilkesboro points race, follow that with the All-Star race at North Wilkesboro, then go to Charlotte. Have 3 weeks in a row where these teams are at home.
Yeah.
You know, which
for sure
could be a good thing. I think the racing was fantastic. Don't really know what Joey Logano was upset about.
Apparently he retracted, or he pulled back those statements, I think. Like, as of
I haven't seen anything on that, but what I have seen is him complaining about someone driving him the same way he drives a lot of other people.
It's just like my first thought is, I mean, he put Byron into the wall at Darlington. I know that one.
Yeah.
There's other times that he's.
Oh yeah, and I have a saying where I expect to be raced the same way I race. But don't get upset with me if I race you the same way you race me.
Well, yeah, it's like if you can't dish it, if you can't take it, don't dish it out. It's the same thing. Yeah. Like if you can't, walk the walk, then don't talk the talk. Like you gotta be able to back it up. And like, it's funny because Christopher Bell was like, really? He's talking about getting into somebody? Really? Joey Logano? No, never Joey Logano.
But yeah, I don't know. I thought it was a fantastic race. I thought it was a fantastic weekend as well.
Yeah.
As my lighting goes away.
Oh, no.
My whole computer shut down. That's what happened.
Oh, wow. Well,
we're good. I literally just have the Google screen up on my desktop to give myself better lighting.
No, it's perfect. Whatever you want to do. I mean, we can talk about lighting for days.
Can you hear my steering wheel?
Is it going? Yeah. Oh, speaking of that.
Steering wheels or iRacing?
Sim racing. Last week, I was a part of the Nashville AI Week here in town. And do you see my story? You
were, yes. All right, I was going to ask about that. So please tell me you walked the dog with them in the sim rig.
By like 8 seconds.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That is amazing.
So I will be going up to, I can't remember the track. It's in Bowling Green to run. I don't know the exact specs, but I'll be running a Corvette on their closed road course up there. That is the prize. Yeah, I haven't told anybody yet, so that's dropping here live.
What?
Yeah.
When is this?
Huh?
When is that?
I don't know. So I'm meeting with the guy next week to kind of work out some of the details. I got to figure out exactly what this is. Yeah, I think it's NCM Motorsports Park.
It's the National Corvette. I drive past it every time I go to and from school.
Yeah, so I'll be driving. I know for sure it's a Corvette on the circuit. Yeah. So all I got to do is just drive up there, and I got it, and I won that. So Yeah, dude, it's sick.
Dude, you got to give me a date. I will do whatever I can to get out there. We will vlog it. It'll be fantastic.
I as soon as I know something, I will let you know.
Okay, that is insane.
Yeah, so it was.
Congratulations, seriously.
Yeah, it was badass because we walk upstairs. So it's a city winery here in town, and the way that the city winery is laid out is you walk in. It's an event venue. You walk in, you have an area to your left. There was a stage there. To walk back to the main hall, there's a big stage there, but there were stairs to the right. And so we start making our way upstairs, and I look up, and we get to the top of the stairs, and I look to my left, and just see a sim rig. And Sophia goes, "Are you kidding me?" Like, we can't get away from it. And I was like, I can't not try this. And they were like, "Oh yeah, we're doing a competition." It was a vendor that was there. We're doing a competition to see whoever gets the fastest lap on the simulator will win a Corvette experience at NCM. And I was like, oh. And I looked at it, and it was iRacing, and I was like, oh. And then I looked at the screen for like a split second. It was the Porsches at Laguna Seca, which I love Laguna Seca because I've driven it multiple times on iRacing. And I was like, oh boy. Oh boy. And so
what is Sophia's reaction to all of this?
She was like, how in the world did we go to a AI conference and there would be iRacing with a sim on a sim with a car that a track that I've known and raced at multiple times? I'm just like,
match made in heaven.
I beat the dude whose sim rig it was. I beat the guy who owns the sim rig.
What did he say?
He was just impressed. Me and Tim talking about Formula One the whole time. So, yeah. Sophia's shaking her head right now.
Oh, is she over there?
Yeah, we're on the podcast, by the way. This is live.
Tell her to come over and say hi.
She waves. She says hello. She says hello.
Hi, Sophia. I hope you're doing well.
He says hi. I hope you're doing well. She said thank you. Hope you're doing well.
Oh, thank you. I'm not. Thank you. I'm coughing like an I don't know what. So.
Oh, okay. But either way, yes, I have. I got it. So.
Well, anyway, let's get back on topic here. So yeah, all in all, I thought North Wilkesboro was a fantastic race. Without a doubt, should be a points race. It's already a points race for the truck race. Truck race was fantastic. All the races there were really fantastic. Did you see that one modified crash?
It was wild. Like the mod guys were going crazy.
They're the modifieds. They always go crazy. But anyway, let's move on. Charlotte Motor Speedway, Coke 600 weekend. We've got ARCA. We've got trucks. We've got Xfinity. And then we have the longest NASCAR race of the year, 400 laps, 600 miles, the Coca-Cola 600. I'm excited, man.
No, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be on Prime, so you have to have that at 5 p.m. And we got some notable entries. We have Connor Zilic. He's going to return to racing this weekend. Also, we have Jimmy Johnson making his 700th start in the Cup Series. Phenomenal feat to achieve there. We also have another driver for the New York racing team, Derek Kraus. He'll be driving the 44. And, looking at this, we have Austin Dillon running the 3-car in the Xfinity Series.
Good for him, I guess.
Let's see. You have William Byron running the 17, Chase Briscoe running the 19. You have Harrison Burton running the 25. Catherine Legg running the 32. You have an unknown driver, Joey Gase Motorsports at the 53.
Oh.
Looking at the trucks as well, seeing if there's any notable entries. Kyle Busch will be running. You have Gio Ruggiero, obviously, or Giovanni Ruggiero. So yeah, Gio Ruggiero. Ross Chastain running the 44, and Parker Klingerman running the 75. But I want to ask you,
okay,
who's your pick? Who's your pick for the Coke 600? I already know mine.
Should I say something stupid here?
Please.
I believe history will be made.
What are you about to say? What are you about to say? Who?
Not only
you're going to...
will he complete all 1,100 miles, but he will win both No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That would be something though.
It would be the greatest feat in motorsports. Easy.
I
There's nothing can
it
compare.
would be.
Nothing can compare.
It would be. And if that would have happened, it would solidify him. I would argue it would solidify him being a better driver than Verstappen.
I can't because it's not it's not a road course.
That is true. I will give you that. That is true.
If it was a road course and an oval mixed and he won both of them, absolutely.
Fair enough.
So you see, it definitely gives him more ammunition to be like, you know what, I did this. Can you do this in a day? You know? But again, also running an oval race is a lot different. But either way, you're gonna go. Are you actually gonna go Kyle Larson?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I am gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna go Chase Elliott.
Interesting pick. Not too shabby there. I don't think that's
I think he'll come out on top of this one. I think it will be a good one. I'm hoping it's not going to be the same story it was last year where it was a rain shortened race.
Yeah, it's looking kind of rough.
You remember what you and me did during the rain delay last year?
Yeah, we played ping pong.
We played like 12 games of ping pong.
Yeah, no, it's freaking it's wild. And I hope I'm looking right now. I'm looking at something specifically. I don't think the weather's going to be an issue. Genuinely.
Okay, that's good.
I don't think the weather is going to be an issue. I'll tell you my pick.
Okay.
He was the fastest guy last year. Fastest guy.
Okay.
If Ryan Blaney does not win this race, something's up. Ryan Blaney, arguably on the long run, is the fastest car on the grid. Fastest. Probably second.
Really?
I put Josh Berry up there. Like, both those guys are going to finish top 5.
That is, and I think it's all going to depend on how the race plays out. This is automatically a very different race than what these guys are used to. We have 4 stages instead of 3. All right. We have like 2 or 3 more pit stops more than usual. All right. It's the longest race of the year. And yeah, but I think if we in stage 4,
There's
if we have
40% chance of rain on Sunday.
That's fine. I think in stage 4, if we go green from the moment the flag drops to the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Blaney up there.
It's his. I mean, it's his. I think he has it. So yeah, you're gonna stick with Larson.
Yeah. No, Elliott.
Elliott, I know, I'm messing with you. So
it's gonna be a Chevy day for
literally
motorsports.
So you're going your official pick, and I think you have to choose one, Larson or Award. I'll let you choose that wisely. Award or Larson. You're going to go Verstappen, and you're going to go Elliott. Okay.
I'm going to go, all right, for Indy.
He wants to. You want to so bad. You want to so bad.
I do, but
he has wrecked 2 cars.
He's finding the limit.
You can find the limit once. Find the limit twice. Find it 3 times. He hasn't done that yet, but
give me Award.
Oh, no, you don't have to. You can pick whoever you want.
No, it'd be better. It's better if I go Award.
Okay, so Award, Verstappen, Elliott. I'm going Ferrucci, Verstappen, Blaney.
Interesting.
FVB. Ferrucci, Verstappen, Blaney.
There you go. Wow.
There you go. That's our picks. We're right at an hour. Literally right at an hour.
Look at that. And real quick, if you are wondering why you should watch racing this weekend, I will tell you why. All right? I have this written down so I don't mess it up. 1,262 miles, 678 laps, 93 drivers, 3 crown jewel races, all in one day.
Yeah.
This is the biggest day in racing. We wait all year for the Sunday before Memorial Day. All right? And it's here.
It's here.
And frankly, I can't be more excited.
I'm stoked. I can't believe we're going to the 500. Like
We're going to the 500.
like it's not going to hit me until we're pulling in. Like, oh my God, this is happening.
When you walk into the place, you're like, holy crap.
I remember driving in for the first time, and the sheer size of the place is just. I saw something that it said it could fit the Coliseum. It could fit. Oh my gosh, there's so many iconic stadiums and venues in it because it's so big. There was like 5 or 6 of them. But that's crazy. I want you to send me those numbers because that's cool. I need to quantify that. But
I was doing that while, like, in the moments you were talking, I was like doing that. Like,
all the
I have
numbers?
a calculator right here that I was adding.
the
That's
TI-30X.
That's why I asked you how many drivers were in the race on Sunday.
Yep, 40. I mean, it's gonna be a great weekend. All the cars that I'm picking are gonna be red, white, and blue. So,
yeah. And also, racing's not just on Sunday. All right, racing starts as early as Thursday. All right, if you're in the North Carolina area, if you're going, all right, get there. If you're getting into Charlotte Thursday night or Thursday afternoon, go support a local racetrack. Go to Newton. All right, if you're going to be in Indianapolis, if you're getting there Saturday afternoon, go to Anderson.
Yeah.
All right, there's still a bunch of tickets left for Anderson. I was surprised. All right, if you're in Monaco, good for you.
Good luck. Well, enjoy the yacht.
I actually have a friend going to Monaco.
No way.
Yeah,
that's wild. I would love to do it. It's not hard to get there. Like it's not difficult. It's just Monaco.
Do you think there would ever be a day where someone attempted the triple?
If it was in the United States, which
it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be like with how it is right now.
No, you can't. There's not enough time. There's no time.
What if they started Monaco super early in the morning and then pushed both the other 2 races back?
Then yeah, it would. But you're talking no, there's no way. There's no logistical way. There's just too many hours. It's probably a 10-hour flight. There's no way that it would happen.
That would be insane. I think Kurt Busch mentioned it last year when he went to Monaco. He'd be like, I don't know if the triple's possible.
Well, if the rumors are true, we could be getting this Memorial Day weekend in the States for F1.
Then the triple would be possible.
It's a complete rumor right now because of the Monaco change. It's not going to be on Memorial Day weekend.
If they change that, that's got to be.
It's changing. It's 100% changing.
Are you serious?
Yeah. It's changing. Yeah, like dead serious. Yeah, I think it is 100% signed, sealed, delivered. It's changing next year. The question is, could it be moved to another date? And I think it very well could be moved to an American date, or to that, because we don't know what the schedule looks like. I mean, it's going to go through a wild change next year with the new cars and regs. I'm 90% confident it's changing, but we don't know the schedule. There are rumors, though, that it could be coming to the States, which could open up the question, could we see a triple?
They would honestly probably schedule it the same time as Indy.
They probably would. You'd probably see a double in another way, F1 plus NASCAR. Imagine Verstappen and Larson pulling doubles.
They're not going to do that.
I know they won't.
It's too hard to get into Formula One, and if you're in Formula One, you think you're too good for NASCAR.
No, you know what they need to do? Put Daniel Ricciardo in the Cadillac, let him run for RCR in the Cup for the Coke 600. Into 33 car.
He is a big Dale fan.
He is a Dale fan. Him and Carson Hocevar need to get together and ride in the Dale truck. Anyways, we're getting way off.
Anyway, we're getting off topic now, but look. I don't care what it is, all right? We at 9 a.m., you've got Monaco. What time's Indy? Like 11?
11.
Let's check. We got to make sure.
It is, if it is 13 hours, 4 days.
10 a.m. Eastern.
But that's not race. That is event cover. I mean, we need to be at our seats by 11 to get all the pre-race stuff. Race coverage, I think, starts at, if I'm not mistaken, I think it is at 11:30. So 12:30. Right. It's 12:30 Eastern time. So 9 a.m. Eastern time, 12:30 p.m. Eastern time. 6 p.m. Eastern time for all 3 races. Yep. Wow.
Like I said, 3 crown jewel events, all right? You win either one of these 3 races, maybe not the Coke 600, but if you win Monaco, if you win Indianapolis, you're immortal, all right? I said it. I can't hype this up enough, all right? There's a reason they call this the biggest day in racing.
Yeah.
It's almost 4 days away. Can you tell I'm excited, John?
Yeah, I know you. Yes, I can. No, actually, no, I can't. Are you excited, Chad? Are you excited? I just killed his vibe.
Thank you so much for watching.
I'm kidding. No.
I know. Hit him with the outro, John.
Chad I'm stoked. I'm glad that Chad did this because it's really cool because I've never been. So thank you, Chad. And also getting the group together to go because it's going to be a fun group to go with.
Yeah.
At Lindsay, at Jesse. So yeah, no, like I said, when we start driving towards Indy, that's when it's going to start to be like, oh boy, here we go.
I honestly wish I was going to be in that car ride up with y'all. I feel like that's going to be a lot of fun.
It will, depending on how much sleep token is played. But that's, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. Either way, that's going to wrap up today's episode.
You know. There's like 4 people in this world that knows, and 2 of them are on this show.
That's true. The other 2 are going to be hopefully listening this far. Thank you for tuning in to episode 40 of the Flag podcast. Make sure to tune in. This weekend, we'll be posting a lot of at-track action. Also, we're going to be having content going to be pushed out everywhere on socials. And speaking of our socials, at Flag podcast everywhere except for Instagram, at _podcast. Simply look us up on Instagram. You'll be able to find us on any social platform. You'll be able to find us. I don't have my flag today, but you can see Joseph Newgarden's car right there. So hopefully that's a good sign. We'll see.
I believe.
We believe. We will see.
I believe
when we get back from Indianapolis, episode 41. If we
survive.
Then we really might be down to 1 host, folks. That would be sad.
It would be something.
Podcast would stop for a period of time. No, it'd probably be stopped. Either way, we're keeping on rambling. Thank you for watching. Tune in next week for episode 41 for our recap and what we learned and what we experienced at the Indy 500. Peace.